to round one. So Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis been going back and forth, and I'm gonna just show pictures of them clowning each other. I mean, gosh.
Yeah, they definitely went in. That was
Ryan has some jokes. He asking Tank, you getting hit by Fonseca like that, watch out for me. He showed a picture of Floyd and Tank claiming that Gervonta wanna be just like his daddy. So that's what Ryan Garcia was claiming. Then Gervonta came back hard. Gervonta showed a picture of Golden Girl, Oscar De La Hoya, and he put Ryan Garcia in there, as y'all see on the memes. So they've been going back and forth. First of all, Professor Nim, who won that? Who won that in your opinion? Trash talk wise, I ain't even talking about the fight. Wise. Just the pictures. Who did a better job doing the memes?
Well, that's kind of hard. I think they both need to win in, but I would give it to Tank just because of that. He had a meme where it was Ryan Garcia's face over Oscar De La Hoya when he was winning.
I knew he was gonna do that.
When he went there, I was just like, and Ryan Garcia is this kind of second coming of Oscar. So, and that's his promoter, so that seemed apropos and is super thoughtful in doing that. I actually kind of like this channel. This is where you get two guys who are, talented and young. They come, from this age where they do that. And then where social media kind of coalesces together to make for this very kind of funny back and forth. Right. And it's, so we had a discussion earlier because I thought that they had verbally agreed to fight in December of 2020.
Yeah, well, supposedly they supposed to fight at the end of December because Gervonta, that's the next round, him versus Cruz. That's the fight supposedly for Gervonta next. And Ryan Garcia, on the other hand, is supposed to be Linares. In my opinion, I think Gervonta is going to be A-okay. But Ryan Garcia against Linares, that's a tough fight if you ask me. So depending how he looks, Oscar might make up his mind if he don't look too good against Linares. But again, Linares is one of the best though. Linares, I know he's up there in age, but he still has it. His last performance, he performed well, except that he got cut. He gets cut.
He has a history of cutting.
Yeah. So that's kind of, you can't really do anything about that. But in my opinion, if you were to ask me about this fight in particular, Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Tank Davis, a year ago, I would have told you, you must be tripping. Because just like Oscar said, he a monster and walked away, I would have told you the same thing. And that's what me and you both said on Split Decision, like previous episode. We were like, man, talk to your promoter. Because your promoter don't even believe in you. But Ryan Garcia did that. He talked to his promoter. He let him know he for real. And his last two performances, he impressed me. So, depending how he looks against Linares, I'm not saying it's a 50-50 fight yet, but if he washes Linares like he had been doing his previous opponents, then it is a 50-50 fight. Especially if Gervonta doesn't come in shape like he should be. And that's on his part. Like, it don't matter. We judge you based on what we see. Right? So, what's your take on that? Just how you viewed the fight a year ago and now.
I mean, my mind hasn't changed that much. So Ryan has done what has been presented to him, the opportunities that he has. I still, with me, I look at Tank Davis, somebody who has beaten, who has knocked out former world champions, and their level of competition. I think that once you step up to these levels, you see why these people are special. And I think there are some flaws within Ryan Garcia's style that I think once he gets to that level, because I think with Jorge Linares, that's a tough fight. That guy he does have some issues. He does cut. He's a little up there in age, but that guy is he's skilled in the ring. He's an intelligent fighter. He's a classic boxer. Has a nice right hand that's just waiting for that chin of Ryan that just sits up in the air. So I still think it's definitely not 50-50 to me. I give it 80-20 right now still. And then I'll wait and see what Ryan Garcia does in his next fight.
Yeah, I mean, I have to favor Gervonta too. I mean, you just can't go wrong with Gervonta because he has the shit you can't teach. But I mean, Ryan is dedicated. I feel like in the past, Ryan was kind of BSing on the come up. But now when he's joined with Canelo, I'm not too familiar with Canelo trainer name, but he did a pretty good job so far. But like you said, the fact that he leave his chin up in the air. Sometimes when a fighter has the experience and has the talent to get away and handle the speed factor, then you enter another dimension where okay, you gotta keep your chin down. You gotta use your skill now. So I'm looking to see if Linares could exploit that because of course Linares is one of them fighters that he has hand speed as well. I remember when he fought Lomachenko, he dropped Lomachenko and his hand speed his hand speed is up there with Ryan. Yeah. Ryan of course does all that pretty stuff on Instagram, but
I would still give him he's got good hand speed. Ryan though has kind of
that Amir Khan,
that Amir Khan type speed where you don't even see some of the punches.
Yeah, but once he fights fighters that could pass that gap and not be shocked by the speed, then it's going to be kind of a different story. So I'm looking forward to see that. Last thoughts on that, if you want to finish it?
No, keep it up. It's interesting. It's fun. I'd rather have this kind of beef than guys actually fighting, going toe to toe and shoving and getting physical. It should stay on social media. And
but at the end of the day, make the fight happen. Yeah,
no, absolutely.
At the end of the day, make the fight happen. They could keep on social media as long as the fight takes place at the end of 2020 because at the beginning of 2020, coronavirus done knocked out boxing. We ain't got nothing to watch. Hey, instead of Saturdays, y'all watching boxing, Sundays, y'all watching Split Decision. Replace it with that. Can you hit the bell, Professor Nan?
We definitely committed. We're going to bring y'all the show.
You already know. And, of course, Cruz, he told Tank Davis, 130 or there's no fight. Yeah. Now, how you feel about those comments? Because prior,